Hey, I hope
You all
all good
can.
things. All good things, right? All good things.
I bet. Yeah. Let's start.
Okay, so me and Rod are on the same side. We're going against success in AJ. Our topic is should James and Kayla be together, and then also kind of couple with that, we can do it separate, kind of together. You want to argue part of one or part of the other? Are Kayla and Terrence redeemable as characters, or can they be redeemed? Will they be redeemed? Should they be redeemed?
Did you eat?
But okay, so should do you want us to go first, Rod, or do you want to let them go first?
I want to
No,
go
no,
first.
success. You, uh, you did a good job last week. I won't say you won, but you did a good job. So, you
I want them to
can.
go first. I want them to go first. Like because
No, you gotta go first.
after
I,
what success?
I was
I
gonna.
saw the video. I saw the
Oh, you
stream of
did?
success. I'm like success. I'm not gonna lie, but you know what? Let me be quiet. Go first. Go first.
I was gonna let you decide success if you wanted to go first or second, since you technically um, you had a great showing. That lies, so I can't read it. But so you can decide if you want to go first or last. Success.
I think we can open this one up, AJ. You there, AJ?
Yeah.
Let's open it up. Let's do it.
All right, AJ. I'm gonna give you the floor.
All right.
Hey man, you started off.
Wait, you want me to start it off?
It sounds like
Go
they're
ahead,
scared.
man.
They're scared.
All right, good. No, just, just, strategy. We're working strategy, man. Look, how do you think OJ got away with it? His
Hey yo, what the fuck?
teamwork strategy.
That's not a good way. That's not a good way to start.
So,
That is not a good way to start.
How do you think everybody's FC Fuzz got away? It's all strategy, man.
Whoa, whoa,
God, maybe you should
OJ,
start. Success. That
OJ.
wasn't as bad. So go ahead. Maybe you should start.
All right, all right. Um, so let's start with we're gonna you. So the structure is that James and Kayla be together, and then we argue on that. Then we focus on that, and then we move on to the next one.
However you want to do it is fine.
Okay, yeah, I think we should break it up into two different ones.
Okay, let's do that.
Yeah. So, do I think they should be together? No.
Did you eat?
Simply put, I think that with the history that James and Kayla had, I think that they shouldn't. Solely because I think James, clearly, with now considering just book one, James still has his problems that he needs to work on as a man. That I think he needs to sort of deal with his past, sort of address those problems before he comes to, find companionship. As for like, because James does have, I'm seeing the gestures over here. James James has a lot of problems. He has bad history with women. I think that James needs to fix that first. However, I will say that the display of affection that James showed Kayla on their date, it was pretty good. Like he's a great guy. Like I
That's
think that's
agreeable.
undeniable. Sorry.
That is agreeable. Yes.
Yeah, it's undeniable. James is a great guy. I think there's things that he needs to work on, but like he is a great guy. Now, as for Kayla, I can't say the same.
How dare you? Misogyny.
I cannot. Like, K- K- Kayla does not respect herself enough. Like, you see a great guy in front of you. He treats you right, and he's doing all these things. What was that one court case where the lady was like the court lady the judge was like, so he's treating you nice and he's cooking you these meals and X, Y, and Z, and you want to break up with them? Why? And then the lady was like, because he's too nice. That's exactly what we're seeing here. It's just another case by case basis where we see the man is a little too nice for her liking. He's a she was even fighting. Sorry.
I did not read that. What was that, Caleb? You want to say it again?
I don't know. I just got here.
Yeah,
I'm not
Caleb,
doing
I'm
nothing.
not gonna lie.
I'm
I
not doing
could,
nothing.
no,
I don't do nothing.
no one
Keep
can see.
going.
No
Keep
one can
going.
see.
Keep going. Keep going.
You know what? To bounce
I'm
off of
gonna wrap it up.
success, to bounce off of what you just said,
Okay, yeah.
the relationship, if they were to get together, will be trauma bonding and it would not be love. That is the
Mm,
reason why they should not be together.
I
Kayla,
agree
she
with that.
functions more an emotional regulator than a partner. She's there for him emotionally. She centers around him more spiritually than she is with him physically. And she's a stabilizing tool for James. She's not like they're not like a dynamic duo. They're horrible together. She's not like someone that can be. She could be the shoulder to lean on type of person for him, but not the person to actually be there for him. He has all his powers, all this things to identify him as James, the person. His abilities, his destiny, and the narrative weights, it just overshadows Kayla's. It's just too much.
Yeah. No, that's pretty. Yeah, I agree with that for sure.
Okay.
That's. I mean, it is it's crazy because it's like I don't know. Like I will say, Kayla does have a lot more to work on than James. Um, I'll also say Kayla just doesn't know what she wants. Uh, I don't know. For any of the girls watching it, they're
She to
probably like,
figure out like
ah,
herself.
typical man answer. But like I'm just being honest. Like you said, like the physicals is just something that she's like not looking for. So you see her make the mistakes where it's like, oh, I like this and I like that. Like on the date, she's quite literally like, oh, he's a man of God, and oh, he's this, and oh, he's that.
Mhm.
It's like
She overthinks it.
everything that she wants is right there, and she's like, mm, but it doesn't have a red bow tie on it, so I don't want it. Like, brother, come on, like that's not life, man.
She's making up excuses to be with him, but she doesn't want him.
Yeah, pretty much. Actually, the sections of the trial, the or the speaking sections of the trial's time, yeah, it's actually probably not a bad idea. That way we don't go on a yap for too long.
It
Oh,
probably
that's a
is.
fat bit. They're not timed. All right, I'm gonna go on an hour rant real quick.
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
All right, I got my time here.
They're not timed. It's funny. I did not realize. So I muted myself for the stream to make sure they couldn't hear me. I forgot that you guys could still hear me. That's pretty hilarious. But no, we'll need to do the timer next time. So y'all can go as long as y'all want. You're not gonna win. So
All right.
Come on.
So
It
back
doesn't
to our little
start when
argument.
we start with pride, Caleb. You gotta let it. You gotta start humble. The Lord can
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
bless you.
I'm not
Like, come
worried about
on, bro.
them. I'm not worried about them. So
You said the same thing last week.
and I got cheated. I was cheated. I was hold. I was hold. It was not a fair trial. It's a corrupt system. Anyway, finish what you guys got. Finish. If
But
there's
yeah, that's
anything
all. That's
else,
pretty much all I want to say on that specific topic of them being together for now, of course.
Honestly, if they got together, it will stall James's growth. It will stall his growth to being the best person he can be. I feel like, and let's say progressing wise, if they got together, he wouldn't be the best version of him he can be. Like, think about it. He has all this built up guilt. He has rage, grief. Like if they were to get into a fight, guaranteed it would be a smackdown. Like it wouldn't be something right. Like, they'll probably wage war against each other, trying to figure out who's right, who's wrong, who's gonna wash the dishes, who's gonna sweep, whatever.
Burn my house to the ground! My family's dead! What do I do?
Okay. Y'all good? Y'all good?
I'm
All right.
good. Yeah.
All right, bet.
I'm not gonna lie, Philip. Before we start, I need the arrogance to go. The arrogance gotta go. It gotta go.
I'm not.
It gotta get out.
Look.
The arrogance gotta go.
Yeah. You.
Look. All right.
Are you, are you
You
that
start.
confident, Rod?
You go, Rod. Then I'll go last. I'll go last.
Oh man. Okay. Well, I'm gonna first off and foremost. First and foremost, my fault. You guys honestly made some valid points. I mean, not Caleb, James's growth is definitely something to consider when it comes to the relationship, and also Kayla, she's more emotional than logical, and that is definitely it makes sense, but at the same time, it's traumatic. It's her all her emotion or most of it is based off trauma, which she has yet to even confront. But the reason I say that how should I say, their relationship would actually kind of work, or I'm for it, is just mainly because I think they'll grow as time goes on. I think that personally, the way Caleb, I mean, yeah, the way James, I'm keep saying Caleb, I'm sorry, the way James and Kayla are, I feel like yes, it makes sense that to be fearful that James might be his growth might be stunted. But I also feel like based on his ambition and the way his character is, he'll have no choice, regardless of where he's at, but to confront that. How wisely he does it, how he handles it, that's different. But I think he'll have no choice but to confront it. I think him and Kayla are honestly, I think they're good with each other. They just have yet to accept that in order for them to accept each other, they have to let go of what they want. Like they have to let go of because, like, for example, yes, James likes Kayla. Cool, great, but he kind of has to accept the fact of liking her for the sake of ambition, of the fact of a wife, meaning that he's reached his goals, he's reached the top or reached some sort of milestone, and start seeing Kayla for who she is rather than what she looks like or what she might signify to him. You know, like there's nothing wrong with that, but at the same time, it's like you got to see her for who she is. Because at some points in the book, he wasn't afraid to call her out after some time. He gave her grace, and maybe at some points he extended a little bit too much. Like he was simping a little too much, but at the same time, it got to a point where he was willing to call her out. At the same, that showcases that if they were to get in a relationship, he's not afraid to say what's on his mind. Yes, he'll give her grace, but it'll get to a point where he's not afraid to say what he has to say. With Kayla, I think for her, it's kind of the same thing. Yes, like there are certain things that they got to go through. Like James needs to stop being super delusional, and Kayla needs to start like getting it together. But I think that, I mean, regardless of who they end up with, they're going to tackle these things. I think that them being together is actually a good place because it kind of showcases where they're at. I think it's honestly one of those things where this is what is the term? Um, I don't remember the term, but this is just like a rough patch, in my opinion. I think that this is something that honestly that they could work with, that they could honestly go through. I'm not saying that they should end up together now, because obviously, like you guys said, you guys made some fair points about toxicity and just the way they act and all that stuff. But I do think that at the end, in the future, as they grow, they'll learn to appreciate each other for who they really are, and they'll learn to love that. Like I see the potential, I see the future. I don't see like what's now. I see what could happen. Um, so I do think in the end that their characters could love each other because I think that deep down that Kayla sees James for who he really is. She sees the kindness in him and the loving in him, but she's blinded by her own ambitions and desires and such. And same for James. He sees Kayla for who she is, but I'm not gonna say blinded. He's a little he sees more in terms of that part, but at the same time he has his own stuff to figure out. But I do think that at the end of the day, like there's something there because that date, like you guys said, it was something, but it wasn't just like a one-off thing. This is like if they genuinely cared for each other, I think that they could honestly be there. It's just they're going through a childish, young adult, immature phase right now. So I see something there. I see something there. Not all great relationships start great. You got to go through some trials and tribulations. But that's just me. That's just me.
Yeah.
Caleb, you can go.
Yeah. I heard nothing but facts from my co-lawyer. There was not a untruthful word that was spoken.
Shut your
And-
lame ass up, man.
He's the nice lawyer. So now, let me come with some truthful ignorance.
No!
So, ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Caleb, if I lose this because of you.
ladies and gentlemen of the jury,
Okay.
actually, Rod of the Rod family first. We won't lose. If we do lose, it's bias, the jury. Which one of you all have not been hurt? Which one of you has not had something terrible happen to you in the hands of someone else in your life? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I would argue that Kayla is not a bad person. She's just a hurt person. And so is James. Is James a bad person because he's been hoed? Is Kayla a bad person because she's been hoed? But look at what they could be together. Like my co-lawyer said, there are no crickets. Like my co-lawyer said, we saw the potential on a date. We see how they balance each other out, how they can encourage each other. Kayla has shown us that she is accountable and self-reflective. Important traits. I won't say how common they are. I'll say they're important. But she's shown that she has them. She's listened to her uncle. She's listened to James when she was called out. When Akfa was talking to her at the end, she's shown that she can grow. James has shown you that he's hungry for growth. He was in the Capitol talking to Milliard, talking to everybody about how he wants people, a partner that can help him grow. What's better than two people who want to grow together? What does the Bible say? Iron sharpens iron. They're going to work together. They're going to get better. They'll have a top tier relationship. Now, let's address Kayla's pain. It's real pain. It's causing her to act out. But does she want that pain? Or does that pain want her? Because if she doesn't want that pain, she can get rid of it. She's working towards getting rid of it. I wish you all had read book 2. I wish we could include book 2. But we have some great self-reflection from her early on. Now, if we've already seen what they can be, and Kayla is willing to repent for what she did, because what she did, she did something. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. But she owns that, and she's moving forward. How many times have you done something? Did you own it? Did you move forward? That's what she's doing. She deserves a chance. James is trying to give her that chance. She is the kind of woman, as we've seen, that can, man, I wish I used book 2. She's the kind of woman, as we've seen, but I don't need book 2, that can elevate James. She can elevate his power in the same way that her poor actions lowered his power. The spirit world needs someone to help save it from what it's going through. Imagine what Kayla and James together could be like for that purpose alone. That's enough reason for them to be together right there. And as we saw on the date, they have great chemistry. She shows she knows how to, she knows how to listen. She sees the great man in James, just like Rod was saying. She knows how to be submissive. She's not always mean. She knows how to be nice. That's what you need. She's just confused right now, as we said, but do we stay confused forever, or do we gain clarity? Do we grow? That's what she needs. That's what she needs time for. And that's the thing. She's already had this growth, and James just got there. It's only been a few weeks of time in the story. And let's talk about the things in her past that predict growth. We want to talk about things in her past that put her down. Let's talk about things in the past that predict growth. What was she doing the first time that we saw her? I'll let you guys think about it. I'll answer. She was helping an old lady in the morning, philanthropy, serving. What does she say that she likes to do in her spare time on the date? She trains. She's working hard. She's ambitious. And she leads Bible studies. Bible studies. She knows her word. God can get to her. God is working in her through these events. We can see it. Surely there must be hope for such a person. Why else should they be together? Calderono would be a peak father-in-law. A peak father-in-law. We see the vibe between James and Calderono. You know what I'm saying? It's great. James was already learning a lot. He was helping him through his trauma. Calderono's the kind of father-in-law, mentor, everything like that James needs. He can get it even better if Calderono's there. Calderono's going to be there supporting the relationship. Calderono is the only person other than James, once they get together, as we talked about, he called her out, accountability. She responded, that Kayla will listen to. He's going to be in James's corner. We already talked about how he's wise. He knows what he's talking about. You know what I'm saying? It's going to be great. It's going to be great. I can't wait to see, you know what I'm saying, what happens with the relationship. It's what the world needs. That's enough reason. The question is, should they be together? It's what the world needs. We're going to put the world's needs aside because of, I don't even know what. I don't even know what they were arguing. It's nothing that we can say above the world's needs. I rest my case, jury. I rest my case.
Y'all are funny, but y'all are funny. But I mean,
Yeah.
that's it.
But I'm looking at the chat now. I'm looking at the chat now.
It's a little eccentric for my taste, but I do mainly agree with my co-lawyer. I get a little eccentric, but hey, there's nothing wrong with a little bit of pizzazz,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
I've never felt more strongly to disagree with them being together in my life.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Well,
Oh yeah.
I
I'm,
feel like
I'm ready. I'm like Ryomi Sukuna. I'm ready to dismantle. Like I'm.
You dare to actually touch my soul? Since both of us heartily ridiculed that brat before, I'll allow it this once. There won't be a second time. Don't forget your place. Foolish puppet.
I feel like a lot of think with your actual heads, y'all, not with your hearts. All right,
please. We would have won last week if that was the case. Please.
Think, Mark.
Listen to Rod. If you don't listen to me, listen to Rod. Listen to Rod.
Caleb, you're not. Caleb, mute yourself. Mute yourself, because you're gonna heat it. Let me handle that part. Let me handle this.
Go ahead.
Keep going. Like, hey, listen. Success and AJ. I get where you are coming from, but think about the potential. Think about the potential. If you were to just leave it now, James has the potential to do this with any other girl he meets. With Kayla, it can be confronted. I mean, they both are gonna confront this sooner or later. I just think after this, think about after they grow, what are they able to become? They could become something good. Like, I'm not saying this, gonna save the world's needs and all like that eccentric stuff. I'm not gonna say that, but at the same time, I think James is gonna figure out what it really means to have a wife by his side, and Kayla's gonna figure out what it really means to have a man who loves her through this. You see the greatness in people when you see how low they are. Sometimes, sometimes it takes seeing the bottom to truly appreciate what's on top. Sometimes it really does. So that's just me though. That's just me. But hey, make your own choices.
So AJ, you wanna go first on the defense?
Okay. Well,
Don't
don't shoot me.
writing some bars real fast. All right, let me see.
Just remember,
Which one should I start off with? So I'm gonna start off by saying I disagree with all the statements you guys just said. I disagree with all of it. Why? Because you can give it a chance. You can. You can say they belong together. This can happen because of this, because of how the characters are progressing, how Kayla Down the road, she's gonna become this like wonderful person. James is gonna overcome this adversity that he's going through. It can happen, but it's not going to. Why? Because each character has their own personality that they need to go through. They have their own stepping stones. They have their own stories to write. Kayla, she, how can I explain this? She needs her own arc aside from James. The whole book, I want to say the whole book. I want to say that. Her story is written with James. She needs to have a story without James. If that happens, you become a better person than she already is without him. And he becomes a better person he is without her. They can become companions, friends, partners in crime, not together in relationship, but they can be better off as fighting partners, as just man, shoot, let's go to a strip club or something. Just get some girls before that type of thing.
What the hell are you babbling about, kid? Don't you have a brain inside that head of yours?
I wouldn't say more
She
so
doesn't
like
she doesn't like
getting
that.
together, but I wouldn't say that they would go together at all because that just wouldn't work out in the end. Even if they go past all this trauma that they have built up within themselves, especially James, it just wouldn't work out in the end. You can go ahead, success.
Yeah, I would. I would say completely ignoring the chat, but I will say the, there's this inherent idea that I'm hearing, and I'm hearing Rod say where it's like we can look at the future potential of we can look at the future potential, right? We can look at them in their final products, but at the end of the day, with the evidence that we were given, thus being book one, we can't do that. So I will say, with just the evidence given, heck, if we even used book two, it would be even worse. But I'm gonna zip the lips, throw away the key. Just using book one, there's a lot of issues that Kayla is facing where it just is not the case. It's just not going to work out regardless. Any respectable man would tell themselves or tell their friend, if we were James' friend, we'd probably just tell him to let it go. Not gonna lie, like I think that's undeniable. We'd tell him it's not worth it. Like just move on. The You've already given her your time of day, and then you walk in. Where did book one again? Just what did book one end? Just for I don't want to.
The when James crashed out of the end, it's like right after.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. Why did James crash out at the end? I just wanted to make sure I wasn't going into bit too territory. We know why. This was completely after the date when Kayla herself was enjoying it. Who did she go back to? The person who caused her harm to begin with, and then that caused James to crash out again. After this is after again an enjoyable date. There is no instance where you or even the jury, I'm looking at you guys now, where you would be like, you would see your homeboy in a situation and be like, just give it another shot. You wouldn't say that. You wouldn't say that. And you surely wouldn't think that for yourself. I mean, taking off the rose tinted glasses, you have to have some self respect. It's just like, I would not want to be with a person that indecisive in terms of that. It's either you're with me or you're not. Now, following what Caleb said, Kayla, like, sure, Kayla, she helps old ladies and she reads her Bible and she leads Bible studies and she's knowledgeable. Who else was knowledgeable? The Pharisees. Yes, the Pharisees. They were one of the most knowledgeable men. Back then, they were extremely knowledgeable. They breathed this stuff up. Like, he was living in the word at the time, what of the books that existed. They knew it left, right, front, and center. They knew the law, everything. But did they know God? No, not really. They just did things. That was it. Oh yeah, I'm this, I'm that. There was no actual personal relationship there, so that's not really brownie points. Because there's plenty of Christians nowadays that are just as knowledgeable, but they don't actually really know God. Like you want a partner who knows God as well as they know their stuff. And Kayla's at a point in her life where, like, clearly that's developing, but she's still dealing with things that is, I would say, hindering her relationship with God. For example, her blatant and inherent hatred for men. I don't know what book that we explain that in. Not book one. Not book one. But she does have a blatant hatred for men. I think you need to get that fixed before you even hop into a relationship. Because most likely if you are a Christian woman and you want to hop in a relationship, it's gonna be with a man and you can't be saying, I hate men, I hate men. Men are so stupid, Like who are you gonna hop in a relationship with? Your hand like
How dare you?
it's not working. It's got to be with another man. Um, so like that needs to kind of be fixed, as well as the homie hopping. Like we got to fix that.
He belongs to the streets.
Like it's just not gonna work out. You know, that's pretty much all I really need to say there. It's Kayla. She has a lot of things to work on, but ultimately, I think that the chance that her and Caleb had, I'm sorry, James, is gonna happen a lot.
Stupid. I'm not gonna let you get the chance.
Uh, the chance that her and James had I think, is really gone. I don't think that James deserves someone like Kayla because I think Kayla's got a lot of things to work on, and that's gonna take her a while. I think the space that James is in, he also has stuff to work on, but I think he does deserve someone with more respect for him. Because at the end of the day, I want someone who's on personally speaking to me and then speaking to the audience's, you know, sorry, not the audience, the jury's feelings. You would want a partner that respect you from the get go. You guys are gonna have your ups and downs, but if we're doing blatantly disrespectful things, like me taking you on a date and then you up and going and getting with another man and almost going all the way, like
He belongs to the streets.
I think you would be pretty disappointed and your heart would be broken. You gotta have a lot of forgiveness to just overlook that. Yeah, you guys aren't dating, so it's not cheating, but it's sort of a trust thing at the end of the day. So yeah,
I'm not gonna front. I gotta, you guys had some fair points. Um, you know, so, but I say all that to say, the self respect is there. The self respect not is there. It is a notable. It is a notable. What is it? It's notable that it's missing at the moment. James doesn't have self respect for himself, which he needs to get first before he even starts dating. I think there's just one. Listening to both of you, I think there's one misunderstanding, at least from what you guys hear on my part. I firmly believe they should be together, but no one says that they have to be together now. I didn't say they had to be together now. I think, like AJ said, as just be friends. Like as friends, you learn about each other, you grow together. Like you mentioned, Christian, them both being Christian, them at least how Kayla should be as a Christian woman, how she should be, right? That makes complete sense. Her and Caleb, her and James. I'm not gonna lie, Caleb, yeah, yeah. That's you literally gave your main character your last name. I'm sorry, but that's
Look,
just
man,
let's be real.
it happens. It happens.
Nonetheless, her and James clearly need some. their own spiritual growth and development. And if that takes time for them to just be without each other, that's fine. That's cool. Like that happens. I don't mind that part. I'm like I said, when I say potential, I mean in the future after they grow. Like after they grow, it's just they could be together. I think we need to give them time to grow first and see how they act. That's what I mean. I'm not gonna say that they should be together outright, but let's, like, for example, let's rethink this and be at least a little bit open minded to it, to the idea of them being together after they develop. Because we see it now. I'm not gonna lie, any self-respecting man, he may tolerate a girl being like, "Oh, I hate men, I do this, that, the other," but sooner or later, it's gonna be like, "Hey, no, like this is a no," and that makes sense. That's fair. You guys are right about that. But I think we're the problem is Kayla and James, they associate too much with their trauma. They make their trauma their identity. And they need to go through a process of healing from that and honestly separating their identity in Christ from their trauma, which they got to deal with. Cool, great, separate. Okay, great. Do and the trust thing you did, it made sense. It made sense. We got to, Terrence is also part of that situation of growth, right? But I think that as time goes on, they'll really figure it out. They really will. I think, for example, you guys want to talk about Bible? Let's talk about Bible.
I got some Bible too.
Let's look at let's look at King David for a minute. The man, if we're being honest, the man was for the streets.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
He was out there. Not as much as his son, but he was out there, right? So if we look at King David, he was still a man after God's own heart. He didn't start like that. Like, yes, he was doing his little Christian thing, killed a lion, killed a bear, had some notoriety. But as time went on, as he got more and more, the man made mistakes. He made plenty. And some people identify him with those mistakes, right? They still hold it against him. And the man has long been since dead, right? But let's look at God. What did God do? Let's look at his whole story. He ended up being called a man after God's own heart. Why? Because of his change, his repentance. The man didn't stay the same. He changed over time. He became a quality man. I think we got to give Kayla and James the same grace and um, the same chance to become quality people. And then in the end, we'll see that at the end they're made for each other. We'll see it. It's just we gotta give it time. I'm not saying that you guys aren't spitting complete facts. Right now, they don't need to be together. Cool, great, that's fine. They'd probably kill each other. Hey, I don't know. Terrence will definitely die. But anyways,
Really? Oh, so that's how you gonna play it. You gonna do this? Okay, fine. That's all I needed. That's all I needed for him to do that, and it became personal with me.
Man, fuck you. I'll see you at work.
Oh, nigga, don't hate me because I'm beautiful, nigga. Maybe if you got rid of that old yee-yee ass haircut you got, you get some bitches on your dick, nigga.
What?
that's irrelevant. That's neither here nor there. That's neither here nor there. But I get that. But I'm just saying, let's give them a chance. Let's see what growth looks like. Let's see what happens. Because you can only be delusional for so long until, kind of like what Caleb said earlier, a good while earlier, until you have, no choice but to change. So that's just my case. That's just my case. So hey, the court case is whether they should be together. We never said they had to be together now. I'm just saying.
All right. And so to complete things, I will argue that they could be together now. So,
well, that's my.
Oh, all right. So, were there some facts spit? Yes, by the other side, they were. Were there as many as our side? No. But the thing is, they want to talk about her past to predict her future, I already addressed that argument that she has plenty in her past that can predict a great future. But let's talk about now. Let's talk about the fact that together, right now, they can be more than they would be apart. Yes, they could, and they probably would, and they would grow immeasurably together. They could come together, like we're saying, and then, it'll be great. I think they could help each other now. I think they have a lot in common. We saw on the date. They have similar trauma, similar issues, similar things in the past. They can relate with each other. They can be the shoulder that the other person needs to lean on when times are tough. And that's going to make that subsequent growth process even better. You know what I'm saying? It's going to go even faster. It's better to have somebody with you while you're on your grind than it is to try and do it alone. And so we're talking about, what they were saying, is the bridge burned? The bridge is only burned if you let it burn. If you put it out, it's still a bridge. And James, you know what I'm saying? Is he the type, I won't talk about book 2. Is he the type that will let it burn? Or is he the type that's going to make it rain? You know what I'm saying? I think he's the type that's going to make it rain. James is a forgiving man. I think he could forgive her. You know what I'm saying? Would it be something that lingers in the back of his mind or whatever, something like that? We don't know that. That's him. You know what I'm saying? But I think that Kayla has already shown us, yes, she has her issues, but she's the kind of person that can reflect on her mistakes and move forward in a better way. You know what I'm saying? We were talking about, I'm just looking at the chat. We were talking about, you know what I'm saying, is Tashi, you made me lose my train of thought, Tashi. But we were talking about, if I were James's homie, what would I tell him? There's a valid argument, there's a valid camp that would say, oh, you know what I'm saying, you need to let it go. I don't disagree with those people. But what I would say is, what kind of traits does she have? What kind of person is she? Can she bounce back from that? I believe she's shown us she can bounce back from it. I would say, you don't got to break up with her right now. You don't got to break up with her at all, but give her a chance. If it's too much for you, that's too much for you. If you want to give her a chance, you believe in her, you think God spoke to you, this could be your wife, give her a chance. Give her a chance. Give her a chance. Disrespect can be fixed. Disrespect can be mended. There are many ways. I won't go into those ways, but there are many ways that disrespect can be mended.
Shut up, blood.
I think we got to give him a chance. We got to give him a chance. And ultimately, it is on those two people on whether or not they can, could, should, potentially would be together. You know what I'm saying? And I think they both showed us that they can make it work. They can make it happen now. Has the relationship gotten off to a rocky start? Yeah, it got off to a rocky start. She kicked James in the head. She did do that. But
That shit is crazy. I really don't like that guy.
What happened after that? You know what I'm saying? They talked. She saw the error of her ways. That's why she went on the date. She wasn't even going to go on the date, but she understood what her uncle was telling her. That's growth. That's already growth. That's like the second chapter in the story. Growth. That's an arc. We're on the way up. Kayla has shown us that they can make it work now if James is willing to give her a chance. And I think he would. I think he should. I think Kayla is not going to blow it again. How many times have we all blown something and we wish the other person would give us another chance? Do we always deserve that chance? No. Does Kayla deserve that chance? That's up to James. That's up to God. Not you. Not you, jury. It's up to others. And it's up to their decisions. You know what I'm saying? And if she gets that chance, I think she's going to make the most of it. All that being said, James has shown us they can make it work. He's been through pain before. He's fought through it. He knows what it's like. He's going to come down. Even though he's been through all that pain, he's still a forgiving, empathetic person. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure if the situation's explained to him, you know what I'm saying, without getting spoilers, that he can have empathy for her. You know what I'm saying? He can have empathy. It's not going to mean that it won't hurt him. It doesn't mean that he has sympathy, but have empathy. He could forgive her. Kayla, she's shown us, you know what I'm saying? She'll grow. She's going to grow. She wants to grow. She doesn't want to be the type of person who caused a massacre, but that's what she did.
You what?
Boots, I gotta roast you.
If you caused a massacre inadvertently by your actions, would you stay the same or would you change?
Get the goofy out your ass, boy.
I won't answer that because some of you might stay the same. But would you think that Kayla is going to stay the same? She's going to change from what she's shown. That's up to you to decide, jury. But we've laid out the facts.
Shut up.
She's a Christian. Let's talk about that. Let's talk about the fact that she was compared to a Pharisee. Outrageous, outlandish. She's more like David than she is a Pharisee, just like my co-lawyer said. She is not self-righteous. She is not doing her good deeds for her own gain. She got up early to help that woman out of the love of her own heart. She was leading Bible studies because she wants to help people not make the same mistakes that she did. Is that the kind of person that won't change?
Did you eat?
Come on, man. Let's be for real. Let's be for real. She showed us throughout all of this, she's got what it takes to bounce back from this. She wants to bounce back from this by her actions, not by my author knowledge, her actions. And so, if you're already together, if you're already working through it, these are the kind of things that make relationships stronger, not weaker. You got to go through conflict. You can't split, bounce, divorce, break up, none of that, unless that's what God's called you to. Has God called them to break up? We don't know. We don't know. We don't know. So, I rest my case. The question is, should they be together?
Did you eat?
He belongs to the streets.
The real question should be, why should they not be together?
Kyoshiki, Murasaki.
If it's already together, don't separate it unless it must be separated. Let's see what happens. Potential, and not even potential, greatness now. It's what we had. It's what we had on the date. Let's get some more of it. It sounds like the other side don't want to see any more greatness. Would you vote for people who don't want greatness? If you vote for people who don't want greatness,
That don't work. This nigga is trash.
man, I don't know what to tell you. Maybe you shouldn't be in the jury. That's all I've got. That's all I've got. So, all right. What'd you think, Rod? You know what I'm saying? You think we're gonna win?
Hell no.
Is your name Rod? Is your name Rod?
Hold on, sister. I say this and I say this with love. I felt like my argument and your argument were two different arguments. I couldn't even support a single thing you said. Because I was just like, because James had, it sounded like James had no sense of self-respect. Because I'm like, they couldn't be together now. No. I said later. There's a real difference between what you said and what I said. I was looking to the future. You're looking to now, and now.
Mm-hmm.
Disgusting creatures, get out of my sight.
Misogyny.
Disgusting. Now
No.
it's disgusting.
It doesn't have to be disgusting. It doesn't have to be.
Well, you're right. It doesn't have to be, but Kayla tongued down Terrence, and that was now. James nearly killed everybody for that.
And who's that? Oh, Sam!
Mm-hmm.
Like there are families who have been destroyed because of him now.
It's gonna be a hell of a story, ain't it? When they marry, you know what I'm saying?
What the hell are you babbling about, kid?
You know, it is, but at the same time, we gotta realize that they can't they as of now they can't be together. If this is how it's gonna be, for the sake of the safety of the world, because that's what you were speaking about, right? The world, right? The safety of the world.
I was.
You gotta make sure they grow first. Their growth is mandatory. It's not even an option at this point. If that's what you're gonna do, it's mandatory. I think. Oh my God, I'm not gonna fight. He said, "Fighting much success." Get out the chat. Get out the chat. Get you behind. You are a lawyer. Get out the chat.
This is rage bait.
It's not. I think personally with you. First off, it's not and fighting. It's merely discussing. I think personally, I'm on the side of they can be together in the future. There's still hope in the future. I just think, right now, I can't even support that now. I can't. I just can't. For all my self respect as a man, I can't. Because and this is a question for you, Caleb, and this is for me being for real. Would you be with someone like Kayla after everything she did? Book one.
It's possible.
What? Oh, hell no!
Right now.
It's possible.
Right now.
No.
It's possible.
You would settle for someone like Kayla who tongued down someone she didn't even. First off, keep in mind, she went to this dude, was arguing with him, and then decided immediately to switch up and start tonguing him down. And she didn't even give you the time of day, and you went on a whole date. You got dressed up. You did the whole thing. And I'm not saying first date anything should happen. I'm just saying, for a quote unquote Christian girl, this girl was about to get real unholy with this boy. So, would you really be with someone like her? Like, think about this. Like, don't just say this for the sake of your argument. Say this for the sake of your character. Would you be with someone like Kayla with all the wisdom and godliness that you have?
So,
it's not looking good, Bev. It's not looking good.
Because remember, the Bible does talk about keeping, being wise with who you hang around. Your community is important.
So, Rod, do you know the past, everything about it, of the girl that you're going to be with? What if this happened? You know what I'm saying? In the past, the same thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm not wishing it on you, but you just don't know. The only difference is that we know in this case, there are a lot of girls that have done way worse, but that they grow out of it. They call it a whole phase for a reason. It's a phase. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
now,
I'd like to just jump in a little bit.
Now,
I
I'm not saying that I would date Kayla. You know what I'm saying? But what I am saying is that she could have a chance with me at some point. It depends on how she comes. It depends if she comes correct. You know what I'm saying?
She did come correct. That's the whole point of Kayla. She didn't come correct.
The question was, would you? We're talking about Kayla now, book one.
Yeah,
that's what Rod is asking you. That's
insane.
That's
No. So we're saying, if I'm forced to make a decision, see that's hard because I wouldn't be in James' situation. You know what I'm saying? But
now we're just avoiding the question.
If I was forced to say yes or no as of the final page turn of book one, and I had been through what James has gone through, I would not date her, but I would give her a chance.
I would say
you should run for Congress, man. You'd be a great politician.
I say this as a self-respecting man. Remember, self-love is something that God wants for all his kids. This applies when it comes to dating. If you gotta, it's one thing to kill your flesh, it's another thing to kill your spirit. The amount of times James has killed his spirit for this girl, put his spirit off to the side because he wanted to be a simp. I listen, man. We're supposed to be co-lawyers. This is crazy, but
But
so
let's
yeah,
let real quick. You go. But like what I was saying before, this situation is the devil that I know. You know what I'm saying? I know that, you know what I'm saying? Actually, this we've talked about this, or this is talked about in the story. Kayla, she is, you know what I'm saying, a virgin. You know what I'm saying? So she hasn't been in these streets for real. This is really her first excursion. I'll take someone, if I had to, with one excursion versus an unknown amount of excursion in the past that I don't know, when they've shown me good character. How about that?
but here's the thing. Here's the thing. I get that, and that makes sense. The problem is, it's one thing to have a past before I got there. It's another thing to make it a present while I'm there.
Thank you.
Like this is
I
not.
wanted to say
This
that.
is
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
No.
This is not her past. This is like she's this is not her past. Like this is what she did before. It would have been one thing if she was with Terrence before. Okay, you can't fault her for that. But you're going back to him after our date, after like you've clearly connected. You don't want to admit it, but you clearly connected. And I'm not, and you, like Success said, we're not dating. Okay, you don't owe me anything.
Nope. Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, in terms of our part, I'm not dating a girl I can't trust. If we're gonna be like dating leads to marriage, right? Because we're all Christian here. Let's be honest. It's supposed to go deeper, right? If I can't even trust you in terms of leaving you by yourself before you go off to run up some boy, what do you think who's putting a ring on your finger? Not me. That boy probably, but not me. I'm just saying, like we gotta. If it's her past, that's fine. James crashed out today. She did it today. She did all that today. Like this isn't her past. This is a present. This is the present. We gotta let's be real with time here. I'm not gonna front with you. I'm gonna say this.
It's time to fight.
Because AJ has also read 3 pages of book 3. That girl has not learned her lesson.
I'm actually on chapter 3 right now.
Yeah, chapter 3. And I've read enough of a few pages of book 2. That girl has not learned her lesson yet. She's still in La La Land. She over here. I want to believe what I want to believe. I'm not. I gotta, for the sake of being a man and a self-respecting man and knowing how long it took to have that self-respect, I can't put that on the line for her. I just can't. I can't support that.
There's no possible way to. Especially if you're going to continue keep doing the same thing over and over and over and over.
I can't, because it's Terrence today. It's gonna be Leonardo tomorrow. It's gonna be Bernard next week. It's gonna be this, that, the other.
It might even be Aqua. Who knows?
I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
Wild.
Are you serious, my brother?
I'm not doing that.
Exactly.
Wild.
I'm not doing that. Let it be Epios. Watch. It's gonna be him. Watch. I'm just saying.
It can never be
I'm just
Epios.
saying. As someone, okay, fine. We say that now. Watch. She'll find a way.
She'll find a way. It's crazy.
Out of pocket for that shit. Way out of pocket. What do you gain from that?
I'm not saying listen. All in all, I'm not saying that she's for the streets. I'm just saying that she's someone. She's clearly like living in her. She idolizes her sister so much and doesn't even have a sake. She's serving other people not for the sake of being a philanthropist. She's serving other people because she doesn't think she's adequate enough, and she's trying to prove herself to these people. It's not for the sake of. It's pride at the end of the day. It's not arrogant pride. It's just devaluing pride. That doesn't change the fact that it's pride and it's going to lead her down a dark path. Like, just because I do something nice for you out of selfishness doesn't mean it's nice. To you, it might be nice, but that doesn't mean it's really nice. Put me in the grand scheme of things. That's not like, let's be real. I just think personally, she got to figure herself out first before we do all this. Because let me see Terrence. Let me catch him one more time. I'm going to be like James. I'm killing that boy. I'm going to do what Hood James couldn't.
I will not be bullied by that.
I'm gonna do what Williams couldn't. I'm telling you, I'm gonna do what he couldn't,
That's
and I'm gonna
crazy.
get rid of him.
You're not that guy, pal. Trust me. You're not that guy.
It's not. It's not. Because you're not going to do that to me. You're not. But we gotta be real. Because think about it. What woman would you have by your side? One that supports and nurtures you and grows you, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I want a woman like that by my side, I got to do the same thing. I can't be your dad checking you every time you going somewhere you're not supposed to. I'm not doing that. I can't do that. You and this girl clearly is grown. If she's grown enough to hunt this boy down, she's grown enough to figure herself out. Let's be real. Like, I mean, in book 2, she literally said it. She was going there for some reason, then she ended up, for whatever reason, tonguing him down. She doesn't even know why she did it.
Brother,
and she really does. She just doesn't want to admit it. Like, come on. She can change. I get it. She can change, and we need her to. They need to be together after she changes. They just need to. Not now. If it's now, James is gonna either kill himself or kill her. One of the two. This is how serial killers are born. I'm just being honest.
This nigga is crazy.
Just how they're made. When they do stuff like this. I didn't expect to be on Successes and AJ's side, but you said something that was like far off.
We don't fuck with that. Not one of us. Y'all fuck with that? Exactly.
Him being together with her now is crazy. That's just, I couldn't hold it in. I'm sorry. I couldn't hold it in. A part of my spirit was like, no, I'm not on this side anymore. I'm gonna tap it out.
Now look, what I have to say.
You were the chosen one. It was said that you would destroy the Sith, not join them.
Ooh, we've really gone on long enough. Is she's shown me enough in the past that if she came correct, I could give her a chance. That's all I said.
That girl, you're saying a lot of ifs. She didn't come correct. That's the thing. She just did it.
If we're bringing book 2 into it, I think you should keep reading. You know what I'm saying? I think you should keep reading. Because now will become then, which is book 2. I think you should keep reading.
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
But that supports my point even more, that they change in the future.
And you know what I'm saying? I think y'all need to have a little bit more grace. You know what I'm saying? Because yes, what she did was not good. It was heinous. But it doesn't mean that her growth can't start today.
What the does that mean, Kobe Bryant?
I could have grace, and that's fine. I mean, this might even bleed into the next topic, but we might even save that.
Yeah. We'll say that for another time.
Yeah,
but
I could have grace, but it's like
we have another topic. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, honestly, I can have grace, but it's a certain amount of attempts of you trying to rob a bank where it's like I think that was intentional. I think it's starting to get a little intentional. I don't think you accidentally try to rob that bank after the second time. Like, it doesn't even make any sense. What I'm trying to say is, I can give you grace for some. We all struggle with certain things, but it's like your frontal lobe's almost done developing, bro. It's almost ready to come out of the oven. We're making some real stupid decisions here, man. We
It's ridiculous. It's obvious what's being done out here. It's on a nightly basis. I hope the world can see now what's really going on out here, because it's getting ridiculous. It's really ridiculous.
We're running out of excuses. Like, it's getting ridiculous, man. From where I'm at in book 2, and I'm pretty far into book 2. It's looking kind of grim. Like,
I think you need one more chapter.
Shut your stupid.
One more chapter. I think that's what you need.
man, I don't know. I
What
don't
I'm
know.
seeing,
One
she needs a
chapter is gonna
reality
fix
check.
all of that.
What'd you say,
That's
AJ?
what she. From what I'm reading, because I'm currently reading as you guys are talking, she needs a reality check. That's what she needs.
She does. She does. But
So what I'm hearing is everybody in this conversation is on board with they shouldn't get together. All right, love that. Trial over.
not me. Not me. Not me. Not me.
Oh well, we gotta let the jury decide.
Yeah, we got to let the jury decide. All right, chat. Y'all decide amongst yourselves. Well, you know what I'm saying. I think there are people who have done worse than Kayla. A lot worse. Like I said, this is her first excursion to the streets, and they've recovered. They become upstanding citizens, great people. I commend you. Let me shake your hand, sir, ma'am. I think we should give Kayla the same room to grow. I think I'm willing to buy stock in Kayla.
You lose. Need some change? No. Why? Because I'm all out of money!
So that's why I would give her a chance. I didn't say, Taji, that it wouldn't be hard. But it's possible. That's all I'm saying.
Shut your lame ass up, nigga.
You said I'm allowed to say what I want. Obviously, it's nothing egregious, right?
Say what you want.
I don't know. Just reading Kayla's shenanigans. It's like top shelf coonery.
Bro, what did you just say?
It's top shelf coonery.
Who are you telling, dude?
Wait, repeat what you just said?
He probably shouldn't.
He said it. Somebody had to say it.
What did you just say, Success? Repeat it?
I said Kayla's actions
man.
is top shelf coonery. Like this is bad.
Richard Jefferson, I sentence you to 500 lashes for conduct unbecoming a black man.
It's
No,
not
this is. I can't even explain. This is like over 9,000 simp. Like it's not even on a scale of simp. This is horrible. It's a whole new category.
I'm trying to read. I want to read the book, but I'm afraid to now because I feel like I'm gonna be pissed at James. I'm just gonna be pissed.
Now look. They're exaggerating Kayla's actions, I will say, from book 2. But
I wish I was.
I was just about to say I wish I was. I want to give her some grace.
I wish I was. I'm reading
What?
I can't stick up for.
What does she doesn't really do anything from what y'all have read though.
She doesn't. That's the thing.
It's not what she hasn't done, it's what she's already done, and she's continuing.
I know what you're talking about, Success. I know what you're talking about, Success. I know what you're talking about. All I'll say is one more chapter. One more chapter.
Fuga.
Actually, in 2 more chapters, you might be singing a different tune.
Kyoshiki Murasaki.
That's all I'll say.
James, I'm just so sorry. I just didn't realize how huge your tabs were. I didn't know how much I wanted you. Like, no, bro, it's too late. It's too late, bro. Why?
It doesn't
The
have
train
to.
is gone.
Did she actually say that?
No.
Tell them to bring me my money.
I'm just because Caleb keeps saying one more chapter. I'm like,
Rob, what kind of ride do you take me
Man,
for, man? Come on now.
you
Ugh.
you really do need Robert Kardashian levels of lawyers if you like for her to just for me to just switch up. Like, maybe she's on to something. Like the glove better not fit, man.
All I'll say is the glove might fit. That doesn't mean she can't change with a little bit of parole. But
with a little bit of
Cut the shit off, bro.
I gotta
Cut the shit the fuck off.
What is it?
But what is he
I
doing?
don't know. I really don't know.
parole.
So you
Are you
admit?
serious?
So you admit? So
Did you just
you
say a little
admit?
bit of parole? Oh yeah, you gotta go. Bury her underneath.
anyway, we'll have future. That's the end of this trial. I see no consensus from the chat.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap right now.
So, the winner is up in the air. But
The goofy out your ass, boy.
but I don't see anyone coming forth in the chat. I don't see any change. The chat is stagnant. So we'll move on. Next week we'll announce the winner.
I absolve you of your sins. You have been forgiven.
People who are in the Discord cannot speak in the chat except for Taji, AJ.
On Twitch.
Anyway, let us conclude.
The consensus is that they shouldn't be together.
My nigga.
They should not be together.
You joined the chat just for that? Who joined?
Well,
wait. Before we do that, didn't you say that the last what was it, trial that this week they would announce the winner too of the last one?
yes, but we got behind on some things and we're not able to. So that trial is also still up in the air.
Whoa, wait, what? wait, what?
Somebody's don't want to lose.
I was asleep.
No, I will say,
I was asleep. I can't.
The only person
I was over here.
I'll say if anyone in the chat is still watching and AJ
They are.
and Robin, I will be honest. Taji was the only one in the chat that like voted, and he did vote for 4 Epios and against Milliard. I encourage you guys to go and it was pretty long, so whenever you have time, go back, watch it, and formulate your own opinions, and then on the next stream we will just as we'll sort of address the winner for this one, we'll also address the winner for the first one.
Yeah.
Like an official winner.
Because we were supposed to do a poll. We were supposed to do all kinds of stuff in different communities. We did not have a chance to this week. I was moving. So I got behind some things. But technically, success is the winner. Technically, success is the winner again. But you know what I'm saying? Success and AJ.
Defeat.
Plus Rod.
No, Rod is a loser. He turned on me. I'm just playing.
Well, I mean, you're not wrong for that one. You're not wrong for that one. I mean, you turned off me with saying all that foolishness. I was like, dang,
that's wild. That's wild.
You
that's
know,
wild.
you shot me by saying they should be together now.
No.
Why did you not follow my lead?
No. What happened was I gave half the argument and you gave half the argument, but you chose not to merge them. You know what I'm saying? That shows me that you didn't pass the bar, but that's okay.
I was like, wait, why would you say they should be together now, knowing very well that this girl is not acting right in books 1 or 2? Why? Why would you say that? Like, why would you take the knee and say in the future? You literally are writing the story. Take the knee. Like, I'm giving you help. Like, help me, ref. Do something. Come on now. Come on.
As I was saying, no Taji, that technically did not hurt. I just said it again. But that's all we got for this week. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. Let us know in the comments. Who won this trial? We'll have stuff from last trial too in the week that you all see this. Let us know who won this trial, who won last trial.